What is up everybody and welcome back to the Maths Guide. Today we're going to be looking at a really interesting lesson. We're going to be looking at how to convert remainders into decimals when we're looking at short division. So let's waste no time, let's go. Okay, so we have these three questions. We have this green chili, the orange chili and the red chili challenge. And we have something to remember. We need to remember today that adding a decimal and zeros after the decimal do not change the value of that number. So let's see what I mean by that with this first example, 726 divided by 5. So the first thing we're going to do, just like normal, is put our numbers into the bus stop. So we have the dividend of 726, in it goes, and then we have the divisor of 5. So we have got 726 something, and we are dividing them between 5. Now my first step is just to go, how many 5s are there in 7? Well, I have 1 with 2 left over. So my next question is how many 5s in 22? And I have 4 with 2 left over. And I'm rushing through this little part here. If you don't really understand how to do short division, then go and look at the proper video that covers everything you need to know about short division. Today we're specifically looking at the remainder part. And then how many 5s are there in 26? I have 5. Now, traditionally, what we might do is put our little remainder 1, just like that, at the end of our answer. But today we're going to look at what to do if we want to turn it into a decimal. So let's get rid of the remainder 1, but we need somewhere to put it. Well, if we look back to what to remember today, adding decimals and zeros after our number doesn't change the value. So let's do that. Let's put a decimal point in place. And if I'm going to do it on the question row, I need to do it on the answer row as well. And then I'm going to put a 0 after that. Now I have somewhere that I can carry my remainder 1 over to, because now when I move my 1 over there, my next question says how many 5s are there in 10, and there are 2 5s in 10. So my final answer, making sure that I put my decimal point in place, is 145.2. Let's look at that again with an orange chili challenge of 455 divided by 4. First question, how many 4s are there in 4? Well, there's 1 with nothing left over. How many 4s in 5? There's 1 with 1 left over. And then how many 4s are there in 15? Well, I can get to 4, 8, 12. So I have 3, but I also have 3 left over. So what do? That's right, put my decimal point in place and add a 0 in the tenths column. Remembering that does not change the value of my 455, because 455 is exactly the same as saying 455.0, but it means I have somewhere now that I can put my 3 that was left over. So now my next question says, how many 4s are there in 30? Well, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, I get to 7, and I mustn't forget to put my decimal on the answer row as well. But again, I had some left over. This time I had 2 left over. So I can actually add another 0 into my hundredths column. And again, that doesn't change the value, so I'm not doing anything wrong. Carrying my 2 across, leaving my last question. How many 4s are there in 20? And there are 5. So my answer is 113.75. Or in other words, 113 75 100ths. Okay, but let's have a look if things get a bit weird. Let's have a look at this red chili challenge, which might look super easy because we've got really small numbers, but watch what happens in this example. So I have 8 divided by 6. So my dividend is 8, my divisor is 6. Let's begin. How many 6s are there in 8? Well, there's 1, and we have 2 left over. So I need to put my decimal in place, put my 0, and carry my 2 across. How many 6s are there in 20? 6, 12, 18, I have 3, and I have 2 left over. So I need to put another 0 and another 2. But look what's happening. All that's happening here is I'm getting into this weird pattern of only being able to get up to 18 and constantly having 2 left over. So my answer is actually going to be 1.3333333333 forever and ever and ever. But I don't want to do that. So all we have to do in this case, if we get into a pattern like this, where we see the same number repeated, or in some cases the same pattern repeated, we might see 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, but in this case we have just 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. All I have to do is do a couple of them and then put dots above to show that they're recurring. So not too tricky, but definitely something a bit weird. Now it's your turn. Have I got these 3 questions here? I've got a green, an orange and a red chili challenge for you. Put your answers in the comment section. I'm going to try and mark every single one. But for now, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, head on over to themathshelter.com where you're going to find loads more videos for your age group to help you with everything you need to know about maths. But for now, guys, I'm going to see you in another video. Peace out.